Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm going to do a quick, well, I always say it's quick and it rarely is, live on health and well-being in the month of March. So I'm going to go through each of the signs and pull one or two cards just to see what you may be dealing with when it comes to your health and well-being in the month of March, and also advice on how you can handle it best, right? Now, this reading was a request, so Ramatu, I hope you enjoy it, okay? All right, so hopefully everyone's doing well. I do plan to do more live weekend. I'm not exactly sure when, so I can't really, schedule it so that people get notifications or stuff like that. I'm not sure when, just throughout the weekend, that's my plan, to do more. So you can join me in one of them. All right, so let's jump right in, shall we? Health and well-being for the month of March. Let's start with Aries. What does Aries need to know regarding health and well-being in the month of March 2021? Okay, so I'm going to do one card and the card at the bottom of the deck. They just said. So we have expect a miracle. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for your miraculous intervention and healing energy, which has restored the health of fill in the blanks. We also have hydration. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal levels throughout the day. So Aries, whenever I get the hydration card and with expect a miracle, I'm seeing this as some sort of alternative, unusual type therapy involving water potentially. So I don't know if this is hydrotherapy, or for some this is alternating hot water, cold water. I don't know, to boost your mood. I don't know, but I also see I almost heard potions. Drinking medicine or drinking liquid capsules or stuff like that, okay? This is what's coming up. Of course, make sure you drink enough water, especially throughout the month of March. You can also be taking more baths, salt baths, baths with crystals or stuff to restore the body, muscle soreness, anything like that, okay? But the answer to what you're dealing with or what you may be dealing with in the month of March is hydration, water in any form, okay? That is depending on what kind of thing you're dealing with, but that is the solution to what you're dealing with, especially in cases of fatigue and stuff like that. It's not that you're physically tired all the time, as much as it is that you're dehydrated, and the symptoms are very similar, okay? But you do have expect a miracle. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, keep trying to find solutions, because there's going to be some sort of a breakthrough. Either the right doctor or the right therapist gets on your case, or they figure out what's going on. There's some sort of a breakthrough that's going on. Okay, let's look at Taurus. Taurus health and well-being in the month of March. What does Taurus need to know? So we have meditation and alternative medicine. Harvey, sorry, he's just meowing around the house. He's just meditation. Dear Archangel Raphael, please meditate with me and guide my mind and body to focus upon peace, health, and wellness. Now, meditation is always a good thing to do, you know what I mean? Alternative medicine. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to the ideal healing treatment modality and for giving me clear signs and messages to validate the best path for my well-being. So for a lot of you, this is meditation brings answers when it comes to your health or general state of well-being. I also see pausing something or stopping something, whether you intend to do this or not, or you're trying it consciously or not. But when you stop something or pause something, so let's say you run out of a particular medicine, right? And you just didn't get ahead of it. You're going to be without it for a few days. During that time of pause, Taurus, you're going to realize that actually I feel a lot better within myself. So maybe that medicine needs to be adjusted, or I just need to stop it altogether. Okay, so as a result of a pause, a stop start thing, you realize that actually I don't need this anymore, or my dosage needs to be adjusted, or I just need to go back to my therapist, doctor, physician, whoever, specialist, to adjust my dosage, or put me on something else, or take me off this completely. There's something there, okay? Let's look at Gemini. Gemini, health and well-being in the month of March 2021. So we have avoid allergens, and I immediately got something with detergent. And forgiveness heals. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, I'm willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I really want, peace and health. So a situation is becoming very, very toxic in your life. Now, I do see that for some this is happening. This is your emotional well-being, right? There's a situation that you're holding on to that is simply toxic, and it's starting to affect your body, and it's starting to affect your ability to sleep, or your ability to rest properly, to recharge, etc. So in March, Gemini, you're guided to clear particularly toxic, unhealthy things that stress you out, that in the end involve another person and you can't control that person, okay? You're advised to release, to take a step back from that, okay? And if it's not a relationship with someone else, or a next situation, or whatever the case may be, if it's a situation where it's not completely up to you, then this is telling you it's creating unnecessary stress in your life. You do your part, and then from that point on, whatever happens, happens. There's no reason, there's no purpose, there's nothing to be gained from you stressing over what someone else is going to do, not going to do, why aren't they doing it, etc. Okay? So there is that. I also got avoid allergens. So you might figure out that you're allergic to something, and that's been what's been going on with you. Or this is, again, I get detergents. You're allergic to a particular brand, or you're allergic to, there's something around texture. I don't even know if you can be allergic to a texture, but if you can, I mean, that's what it is. It just does something to you, right? And you get this overall message, Gemini, of whatever is toxic, negative, creating, sorry, I got here's in my cards, because why not? Creating negativity, stress, this obsessive thinking, right? Whatever that is, and I know it's easier said than done, you need to switch that off and cut off communication with that person, get yourself out of that situation, or at least give yourself a break from it, because it's starting to eat up your energy, and just it's just unhealthy. And it's going to continue to snowball if you let it. I also want to say that. Cancer. Let's look at Cancer, health and well-being for the month of March 2021. What does Cancer need to know? Always, guys, watch your sun, your moon, your rising. And when it comes to health, it's so complex. I can pick up on the energies, and I can interpret the messages that I get. But at the end of the day, if something's going on, see a professional, right? Don't go off readings or anything when it comes to, I personally don't recommend it, okay, when it comes to your health. Yes, it can be that it's something where you can pick up on it intuitively, like, yeah, I think that situation is what is stressing me out. But when it's something that you can't figure out, and it persists, and you know what I mean, and your intuition is telling you something's not right here, maybe speak to a specialist. It's always a good idea, okay? So take it with a grain of salt. Cancer. So we have consult a nutritionist, speaking of speaking to a specialist, and have faith. The Archangel Raphael, thank you for boosting my faith so that I may trust in miracles. So Cancer, whatever, I'm getting a sense of exhaustion, hence, you know, finding it difficult to hope, finding it difficult to be positive, finding it difficult to be open. There's a sense of exhaustion there, and it's coming from your diet. lack thereof, eating the wrong stuff. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been eating a lot of roots and anything that comes in a root form, or stuff like or red foods or red meat, and that has activated your base chakra. So it's almost like not only grounding you, but it's holding you down. You know, it's almost like pushing you down. So you might be looking into that, or you might be advised to look into that. And consulting a nutritionist is definitely going to help. They're going to explain, or at least if it's not someone that, you know, has knowledge about how different foods affect your chakras, although for some of you might be going something like that. But if it's not that, if it's just, you know, a nutritionist, this person is going to make sure you have a varied diet. So definitely speak to a specialist, right? And yes, there is focus around your diet, what you eat, what you drink, what you don't eat enough of, what you don't drink enough of. Hi, Alexander, morning. But this is about just being careful what you put in your body and when. So you might be eating erratically or just not on any sort of a schedule. So definitely consult a specialist. Whatever the issue is, consult a specialist. But for a lot of you, your nutrition is being highlighted, Cancer. And I'm getting stuff like even hormone imbalance that's got your mood, that's affected your mood. We're on Cancer, Alexandra. Hormone imbalance that has affected your mood, maybe even got you in a bit of a depressive state. They can tweak that through diet. So there's something there, okay? Let's see, Leo. Health and well-being for Leo in the month of March 2021. So we have forgiveness, heals, and relationships. So Leo, your relationships with other people are affecting your health and well-being, okay? Whether that is physically affecting you because you're stressing out, you can't sleep, you don't eat, or you're drinking to cope, or you're doing other things to cope and that's not particularly healthy, or just worrying too much about what people think, or worrying too much about what other people are going to say or do or whatever. That is affecting your health and your general state of well-being. I feel like you're dealing with someone who's putting doubts in your head, making you question yourself. There's a lot of stress. Okay, there's a lot of stress over things you can't control, and there's a lot of stress to do with other people in your life. This could also be where you're dealing with someone who they're dealing with a massive health issue, right? Or a complicated one or a long-term one, and you're stressing because of that, okay? And I can imagine if that's the case, that's a very difficult situation, but at the end of the day, you can only do what you can do for that person, you know? So, and you have to be strong for them. We also forget about that, right? So it's just important to look after yourself, for yourself, but also for the people who look up to you, who depend on you, who you want to be there for, okay? Forgiveness and release is coming up very, very strongly. So if it's anything that someone did, said, or things that you can't control, or things that happened in the past you can't change, there's whatever it is that you're beating yourself up over, it's very important that you try to release that. Forgive it and release it, Leo, because it is eating you up, okay? I also see stress going away as a result of forgiveness, whether coming from you or someone else, and then a relationship is mended, whether that's a romantic relationship or otherwise. And that is how a great source of stress is removed from your life. I also get that a lot of you Leos are worried about your children. Your children are not getting along, or other members of the family are feuding. And you're trying to mediate, and there might be some forgiveness achieved there, and so the balance is restored and you can relax. We'll be on Virgo. Virgo health and well-being for March 2021. So we have easy does it and massage. So both these cards talk about very, very gentle energy, Virgo. So be gentle with yourself, pace yourself, don't rush into things. I also get a sense of being forgetful or overlooking things and experiencing, like, you know, minor accidents, if I can call them, you know, tripping, scratching yourself on things, catching your nails and stuff on things, like breaking nails and stuff like that, okay, because you're trying to rush or your mind is elsewhere. So easy does it, Virgo. Take a step back. That of course can translate into being restless and rushing when you're behind the wheel, when you're operating machinery. So it's very, very important, Virgo, that you are present and paying attention to what you're doing in the moment, okay, because there might be a tendency, I don't know what Mercury is doing, but your mind is very, very like busy and clouded. So easy does it, massage. That's also the energy of relax, release, be present in the moment, ground yourself. Hi, Lorna. Hope you're doing well. Self-care. So March is a great month for you to pamper yourself. And I also see for some of you, you have to take it easy because there's a pregnancy or you're about to give birth. You're told you have to take it easy. You might be put on bed rest. I also get the rubbing of the feet. That's going to help for a lot of you, Virgo, okay? And also March is a good time, Virgo, for you to start any new practice, especially when it comes to your health and well-being, okay? Working out less, tweaking that, going to the gym, or starting to work out from home, or even just, you know, walking. Hi, Mariam. Or running, whatever. Okay, Libra. Let's see what is going on when it comes to health and well-being for Libra in March 2021. So we have home help and sobriety. So Libra, for some of you, I do hear cold turkey. So you're kind of isolating yourself at home and focusing on overcoming any form of addiction. For others of you, this is where you go to a facility, a home. But I'm seeing like the home as in, yes, someone might be taking an elderly to a home because they need more attention than what they can give, or they need specialized attention. So for some of you, that's what's going on. And sobriety just says, you know, there's no reason to beat yourself up. There's no reason to punish yourself. I also get that, because you are doing what's best for them. For others of you, this is cleansing the home, cleansing when it comes to food and what you drink, even cleansing, even your yeah, we did Taurus already, Mariam. Even like cleaning stuff out, okay, is something that's going to help you clear yourself, ground yourself, Libra. I do get focused on the home. The home is a great source of stress or a great help or a great like a safe place for you to look after yourself, Libra, okay, when it comes to March. I do also get the energy of intervention for some of you, Libra, whether you're taking part in one or one is done for you. But that's going to be of great help, I see. Scorpio. Let's see what Scorpio are dealing with and what they need to know about their health and well-being when it comes to March 2021. Good night's sleep and easy does it. So Scorpio, again, I get the energy of feeling very tired or sleeping more. Thank you, Mariam. I appreciate that. feeling very tired, or wanting to sleep more, or you just catch yourself falling asleep at odd times in odd places, maybe that might be because of a pregnancy that you haven't found out about yet. So for some of you, that's coming up, okay? But for others of you, you're doing too much, Scorpio. You're doing too much when it comes to work. You're doing too much when it comes to what you do for others, okay? And you're doing too much, and it's starting to affect you. And remember, you can't give from an empty cup. So take March as a great time to take a step back, make sure your needs are met, make sure you're getting enough rest and sleep, and you're feeling okay with yourself before you go out and see what you can do for others, okay? You might be either sleeping too much or not enough with this energy. So insomnia might be popping up. But again, I get it's to do with stress or doing too much, being physically drained. And also pay attention to your dreams, your nightlife, as it were, okay? For some, you're going out too much, okay? And that's what's affecting your health. You're going out too much at night. You're not getting enough sleep. Or you're going out or doing too much in the week and thinking you're going to catch up on sleep at the weekend, whatever the case may be. But I get very vivid dreams, visitations. So that's, people who've passed on, who've crossed over, coming to visit you just to say they're okay, or just see how you're doing, that kind of thing, or, give you a message. I don't know. But that's definitely coming up for you in the month of March. And if that is coming up, you need to find a balance between maybe establish boundaries. If you do get visitations, plural, right? It's important that you establish boundaries with them. You tell them when they can visit you, what's okay, what's not okay, if it gets too much, okay? So that's interesting. Let's look at Sagittarius. Sagittarius health and well-being for March 2021. So we have divine intervention, and laughter is the best medicine. So Sagittarius, I'm getting this sense of, hi Kimberly, how are you? So we're on Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius, I'm getting this sense of a very heavy burden being lifted, whether if it's in your health and well-being, or you have been so worried for someone else's health and well-being. They might have been in the hospital. Maybe they've been in the hospital for a while. Maybe it's because of what's going on in the world. I do get that for some. Or it's other treatments they've had to undergo. There's multiple scenarios coming through. But so in that scenario, there is a sense of a burden being lifted. There is a sense of, yes, it's working. There is a sense of, we can let you go, release you, discharge you, whatever the case may be. So that's awesome. There's a sense of celebration there when it comes to someone's health. I also get a close call when it comes to health and well-being. And there's some sort of divine intervention happening to protect someone, to save someone. It's very, very intense energy here. But I do get the energy of a close call. Keep your energy level up. Keep yourself positive. Keep yourself hopeful. Don't forget to pray is what I hear. So if you don't really pray, if you're not really into that, then this just means practice gratitude. Remember to connect to nature. Remember to connect to just positive influences in your life, okay? So that they refill your batteries. Okay, let's look at Capricorn. Health and well-being for Capricorn in the month of March 2021. What do they need to know or focus on? So we have faith and massage. So Capricorn, I get this sense of easing into something or easing out of something. Slow things down. I feel like your mind is going a million miles a minute. You're worried about what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. You're worried about things that you can't control. So this is just telling you, take a step back, ease into the situation, or break it down step by step so that you can achieve it one thing at a time, so it's not so daunting. I also get, remember to breathe or do your breathing exercises. I also see like knots in someone's stomach. So again, going back to stress, but have faith, and massage is telling you that, you know, just try to stay positive, do what you can, break things down so that they're more manageable. But whatever happens, happens. Remember, you'll be okay either way. Hi, Delicious. You'll be okay either way. You'll figure it out. You're strong enough and more than capable to handle whatever comes your way, okay? I do get a sense of a lot changing for you, Capricorn, and that is what has triggered all this stress. But ease into it. See it through. See where it takes you. It's almost one of them, you know, don't worry. What is it? Cross the bridge when you get to it, okay? Don't think about the bridge ahead of time. There's no need for that. Cross the bridge when and if you get to it, right? So there's a lot of stress that I'm picking up on for you, Capricorn, that's going to be influencing your health. For others of you, this is telling you there's something where you've tried something before, it's not worked, and you're like, no, that's done, that doesn't work. I'm positive about that. And this is just saying, go back and try it again, because this time it will work. The circumstances are different and better this time around. So they're asking you to go back and do something again. Morning, Michi. Go back and do something again, or try something again, whether it's a form of self-care. You know, it's like, you know what, I don't want to meditate. Meditation never did anything for me. But this is saying, you know what, go back and try again, because you're in a different place now than when you were last time you tried it. This time, it might do something for you. You know what I mean? Taking, I don't know, even like vitamins and stuff. You're like, no, I've never seen any result from this. Doesn't work for me. This is saying, go back, try it again, but it's important you do it properly. So I don't know if you didn't follow the indications before, the suggested treatment, the whatever the case may be, but this is telling you to go back and follow something through. Easy does it, follow it through, see it through, okay? So I hope that helps. Okay, Aquarius. So let's see what Aquarius needs to know about their health and well-being. Aquarius health and well-being for March 2021. Aquarius health and well-being for March 2021. Have faith and sunlight. So both these cards talk about, you know, uplifted energy, positivity, joy, lighthearted energy. So Aquarius, I'm getting that's a result for some of you, and for others, that's the way to go. So for some of you, I feel like what you have been doing when it comes to your health and well-being, in March, you find out that it's working, you already see results, or it's done, the treatment is completed, you're done with a particular thing, okay? When it comes to health and well-being. And as a result, there's a very deep sense of joy and celebration. For others of you, this is about vitamin D deficiency. Make sure you get enough sunlight, or just speak to a physician about a vitamin D course, right? I also get B12 treatment or course of B12. I'm seeing like vials of B12. I don't even know if they come in vials, but anyway. I also get putting more fruit into your diet is going to help, particularly citrus fruit. And it goes back to vitamin C potentially. But there's a sense of joy, positivity, excitement. For some of you, you're traveling for your health. If you can travel, you're traveling for your health, or you're going someplace sunny, or you're going someplace, I hear also mud bath, or warm sand. I'm seeing and feeling it, okay? So for some of you, that's what's going on here. And I also see taking a break. You need to take a break, or take a break from work, or take time off to just relax, or maybe do a little bit of traveling, or go someplace sunny, okay? Because it's going to help you restore your health. Yes, he's going to help you recover or help with your recovery. Okay, and Pisces, health and well-being for Pisces, March 2021, what they need to know. Pisces, health and well-being for March. Okay, 2021. So we have listen to your intuitive feelings and prayer works. Now we do have this baby in the card. It's not always that I pick up on things quite literally, that they show up in the cards, but in this case, I do see a prayer being answered and someone getting pregnant. I also see a prayer about, well, this is going deep, but a prayer, prayers being answered when it comes to the health and well-being of a baby. Okay. And so there's some sort of, prayers are answered. So I don't know if they turn around for the better, if they overcome whatever the situation is, if they find the right treatment, if they find the right diagnosis, but there's something around those things, okay, when it comes to a baby. Listen to your intuitive feelings. This is telling you to listen to your body, okay, to pay attention to your body. I also get a sense of just because someone else is doing it and it works for them doesn't mean you have to try it, because it might not work for you, okay? So if it's, what do I want to say? If it's a cleanse, someone fasting, a diet that's not too severe, you know what I mean? Too restrictive is what I mean. It's someone taking turmeric, that's very specific, right? And it works wonders for them, and you want to try it out. Okay, well, you can. Those things are not necessarily something that you have to go to a doctor for, right? You can buy them over the counter or whatever the case may be. But when it's medicine that you might need a prescription for, obviously you can't get that on your own. You have to go to a doctor. But stuff like even paracetamol, you know what I mean? Hi, Lisa Jade. It's like, just because someone's taking it in a certain way, whatever it is, okay, if it's a medicine, if it's a diet, if it's a workout plan, a workout regimen, a schedule, whatever it is, the message is, just because, hi, cup of tea. Yeah, we're on Pisces right now, actually. We've done Gemini. So just because someone's telling you how to take it, someone's telling you how they're taking it and it works for them, that doesn't mean, oh, okay, you tell me exactly how you're going to take it, I'm going to do the same. Because you are very different people, right? Your body is different to theirs, your needs are different to theirs, etc. So I think you get my point. My point is, don't compare yourself to others or try to do what others are doing because it works for them. And so you're like, well, if it works for them, it's got to work for me. It might not be the case. Also, be careful how you take things. Read the leaflet for yourself. Maybe someone's been taking something incorrectly. So just because they don't seem to have adverse effects or they're not aware of them doesn't mean that it's working, right? Doesn't mean that that's the way to do it. So read the leaflet for yourself. Get your own indication, treatments, recommendations, okay? Do your own blood work and blood tests. Don't be like, oh, okay, you have high cholesterol. What are you eating less of? Okay, I'm going to try that as well because maybe I have high cholesterol as well. So there's something around those lines, okay, Pisces, where just listen to your own body and listen to your own intuition when it comes to your health and well-being, and get things personalized, okay, when it comes to anything you take when it comes to your health and well-being, even diets, okay? Even if it's a diet and you think, well, I'm going to try this or that or the other, you don't know how that is going to affect you, right? So it's worth getting something specific to you, right? So very interesting. But there you go, guys. That is what we got going on when it comes to health and well-being. Again, this was requested by Ramatu. So Ramatu, when you watch this, because I'm sure you will because you requested it, I hope you enjoy it and you find it useful. And guys, I hope you enjoy it and find it useful as well. And as always, remember, see a specialist when it comes to health and well-being. Take it seriously, okay? Don't go off readings, my readings or anyone else's. I mean, yes, I can pick up on energies, and yes, I can say it's something around there or something around there, or it's something to do with this and that and the other, but I'm not a specialist. I'm not a professional, right? So just take things and process them for yourself. But when in doubt, just get one or two, right, professional opinions. Because it's important. Our health is important, right? We need to take it seriously and treat it properly, okay? So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to do more lives throughout the weekend. You're so very welcome. I'm going to do more lives throughout the weekend. That's my plan. I'm not exactly sure on times, so I can't really schedule these, but keep an eye on the channel, I guess, and hopefully you can join me in another one. All right? Awesome. So I'll leave it there, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining, and thanks for the love. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.